We are not buying your silver. Could you ever imagine a shop saying that? Today, I heard that for myself. I thought it was the weirdest thing in the world. I was dumbfounded. I was blown away. I never have heard this before, but today was the day, man. So, what am I talking about? Let me try to get it as simply as possible. This shop refused to buy a person's silver. Let me tell you more.
Well, hello everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular.
What happened? I'm in a shop, right? And I'm not the one doing any kind of deals. I'm just kind of on the sidelines waiting my turn, right? I don't want to give this shop a lot of publicity. I don't want to say their name, but a lot of people that here are in Florida where I am. They may end up knowing this shop by the way I describe them. You might see it in the comments. I don't want to just blast it out. That's not what I want to do here. So that's why I'm not saying the shop's name. Not a great shop in my opinion. Probably not going to do business there ever again unless it's like one of those things where they hold a gun to my head. But anyways, let me keep going. So I'm in there, and it's a person selling some coins in front of me, right? And he's got all his coins out on the table, and I would imagine that they inherited this group of coins because they didn't seem to know anything about it, and the shop owner was telling them a lot about their different coinage that they had, and really going through it piece by piece. So he goes, "Oh, I'll buy these." Okay. And I didn't see what he had, but he described them as coins from 1964 or before. So I assumed that that was your regular junk silver, right? I mean, here I am, in America, 1964 or before. It must have been junk silver. And he says, "But these," and he moved them, he said, "I'm not buying those. They're only 40% US." And I was like, whoa. I'm not buying those. Actually, his exact words were, "I'm not buying these right now." I don't know what that means. If he has just so many of them, he doesn't want to buy anymore, but he was not offering any kind of money. But he was already doing a transaction with this person with all the regular junk silver, the 90% junk silver, but the 40% he wanted nothing to do with it. So what am I talking about? Let me just show you a visual for people that don't know. So in the years 1965 to 1970, so these Kennedy half dollars were created right here. So you can see here's one from 1968, 1967, another 68, 69 right there. So, but it goes from 1965 to 1970, and these were a 40% silver, and the rest were copper nickel alloy coins. Just a little bit before that, I got one right here, 1964. That is 90% silver. So 1 year, the Kennedy half dollars were actually 90% silver, and then they started teetering them down to 40%. And then after these years, it's nothing but, like a copper nickel, no silver. So the shop owner, though, says, "I'm not buying these. I'm not buying these." And I was like, I have never heard that before. I've said many times on this channel that I think that 40% or like wartime nickels, I said there's probably better buys out there, but I never thought that that would mean that a shop would refuse to buy them, right? I never imagined that would happen. I know that sometimes the shops will give you less than the spot price for these right here because they have a harder time moving them. So sometimes even when you go to buy these, you get them for less than spot because the shops have a hard time moving them. But I never heard of that. I've never heard before that a shop would outright refuse to buy them. But it happened today, like I said. And I thought, you know what? I thought I sit there long enough and I hear the whole transaction. I thought maybe the shop owner would go, "Hey, you know what? Since I'm already buying this stuff from you, I'll go ahead and take that from you." But a little bit later in the transaction, the shop owner reiterated because the guy doing the selling said, "So you don't want these?" Kind of tapped him. "You don't want these?" Shop owner goes, "No, you could probably go down the street to this person or that person and they might buy them from you, but right now, yeah, I'm not buying those." Weird. Weird. Have you ever heard of such a thing where it is a silver product? Let's just say that, a silver product, and a shop owner says, "I don't want it." That was weird to me. That was unusual. This particular shop is a little unusual. This is me describing it a little bit, and people may know who I'm talking about. Like, hey, I need to see your license before you can make a purchase. Even with cash, I need to see your license, and I have to put you in my database. How weird is that? That seems like it goes against everything that this stuff represents, right? I It was a weird shop, I'm telling you. I'm not going to support this shop whatsoever. That's why I don't want to say their name. Some people, based on that description right there, may know exactly who I'm talking about. I was very surprised there today, right? And then, of course, they also would like to have your phone number and your email address because they want to get you on their mailing list so they can get you on new products, right? No, you're not getting mine. You're not getting my information whatsoever. And then what's really weird is if I did have some silver product to come, with you or come to sell you, I'd be almost afraid like maybe you're not buying that today. Maybe you're not doing 90% today. Maybe you're not doing peace dollars today. I mean, where does it stop? If it begins with 40%, was he turning away wartime nickels too? I'd imagine that he was, based on just that thought process of 40% was no good. I'd imagine that wartime nickels then were no good. I don't know. Was he buying 80% Canadian? I don't know. Really start to question things. I got out of there. I was like, no, this is weird. This is unusual. Like, where am I right now? Like, did the apocalypse come and we're only taking 90% from here on out? That blew me away. And again, I've never been a fan of the stuff of the 40% stacking it deep. I don't care to have a little bit in my stack. Most of the time, I found these right here when I was doing coin roll hunting, or I got some as gifts here and there. Sometimes people do them as giveaways because they're cheaper, and I keep them because I don't need to I don't bother selling them. I just keep them. Why not? But I never thought that me being negative on them like that I have been. And I'm negative to the point where I think there's a better thing to buy. That's all I'm saying when I say negative. But I never thought that would mean that a shop owner was going to flat out refuse to buy them. Anyways, that was my experience today. I thought it was absolutely wild. I'm sure you're going to be like, all kinds of stuff is probably going through your head. First of all, you probably think I'm just completely making it up, which I totally am not. I don't do that on this channel. I tell you the truth, how it happened. I'm not making anything up. That happened. And tell me what you think down in the comments. Is this a fluke? You think just right now maybe they're sitting on a bunch? I didn't ask questions. Maybe they're sitting on a bunch of 40% and they just don't want anymore because they just have so much. Even if they're sitting on a bunch, I don't understand not getting more. Anyways, I got to go for now. Just wanted to come make this video because it blew me away. But Spegtacular, I'm dumbfounded right now, but I'm out. When I was a kid, we did this every day in school, and I believe we need to bring this back a little bit, and I'm going to start right now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.